So first of all, how does it feel? What is this, your fifth airline now?
Yeah, number 5.
Number 5, how does it feel?
Feels great. We've got a great team. We've got so many people have worked with me before, or others that say they wanted to work with me. So we've got hundreds of years of experience, and so we're excited about this new venture.
So obviously, Morris, WestJet, JetBlue, Azul, and now Breeze. What's different between Breeze and the other 4?
Well, I think it's just a lot of learnings along the way. How to run a better airline. I really had some great lessons in Brazil about trip cost and using, flying between cities that have no nonstop competition. Azul's been able to survive and thrive because it has 80% of its routes have no nonstop competition, and we have 95% have no nonstop competition of our ASM. So just finding these gems, and we've got we have a group of people from Allegiant, and they're good at picking those markets, and so, I'm excited about it. I think people and our bookings are doing fantastic so far, so I think it really shows that there is pent-up demand, but also we picked some good markets.
Why did you decide to go with ERJ 190 and 195 to start off with?
Well, I have a lot of experience with them. Obviously,
right.
I launched the 190 at JetBlue, but the prices because of the pandemic have come down significantly.
Right, for leasing, yeah.
Yeah, so kind of the Achilles heel of the airplane has always been the capital cost and the maintenance cost, and so
plus
now,
the whole scope issue as well, at least in this country.
Yeah, in this country, that's the scope. But for what we had in Brazil, it was always just a little bit more expensive per seat, obviously, than a 320. But now, now the price of the planes have come down significantly, and we can green time a lot of the parts on the plane, so the maintenance costs are down as well. So the combination of those two, plus it gives us a trip cost advantage. We think about 20-25% over the guys that are flying with me. So.
And talk about route structure for a second. So you obviously touted going into secondary markets, and at least in the airline community thought I think you were going into smaller cities than you actually did. What was just some of the thought process behind some of the spokes, at least on your network?
Well, we just wanted routes primarily that didn't have nonstop competition, and so and if it happens to be two bigger cities that didn't have the nonstop, that's great. We obviously took a look at the PDUs, and we think we think we can 10 times the size of the market, or in some cases even make the market 20 times bigger than it is today. So, even if there's only 5 PDUs in a market, if we can take it up to 100 PDUs, then we'll create a market that doesn't exist today.
Very true. When do you expect your first A220 on property?
In October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
So the first one's going to arrive. The first A220 arrives in October, and we'll get one a month for the next 10 years.
Besides kind of proving runs, are there any new kind of routes you're planning on kind of opening with that? Is that primarily trying to get to the West Coast, or?
We just got a lot of long, thin routes. There's just a lot of long, thin routes that have actually more PDUs in them than the shorter stuff that we can fly. That makes doesn't make a lot of economic sense for other people to do.